Is Grandpa Simpson actually gay?
Grandpa's gay.
You little...
One day, Homer and Marge decide to go out on a date, so they ask Grandpa to babysit the kids. The old-fashioned senior TV channel that Grandpa watches bores the kids to death, so they sneak down to the basement hoping to find some toys to play with. Bart pulls out a whole set of toy soldiers, but something strange happens. The moment Grandpa lays eyes on these toys, he suddenly lets out a scream. The whole family has no choice but to take Grandpa to see a psychiatrist. At first, the doctor thinks there's nothing wrong with Grandpa's mental state, but when Bart takes out the toy soldiers again, Grandpa's reaction turns intense once more. Lisa suddenly realizes that these toy soldiers seem to be modeled after Grandpa himself. Grandpa struggles to recall the past, and finally remembers that after World War II, he was invited to work as a human model for the toy soldiers. He also clearly remembers that the toy company never paid him a single cent for it from start to finish. The whole family accompanies Grandpa on a trip to New York to track down that toy company, but the company's boss points out that Grandpa had run off without permission back in the day, and the photographer hadn't even finished taking the photos. Grandpa's memories come flooding back again. He had looked up to that photographer so much back then, but he never expected the man to kiss him out of the blue. The photographer had thought Grandpa felt the same way about him, but the gesture scared Grandpa half to death. He fled in a blind panic. After this incident, the company fired that photographer. Grandpa has felt deep guilt over ruining the man's career all these years, so he makes up his mind to find the photographer. The family travels all the way to Texas, and Grandpa walks into a small shop only to find the walls lined with his own portraits. It turns out the shop is owned by none other than that photographer. Far from holding a grudge against Grandpa, the photographer says that the experience all those years ago helped him come to terms with his true self. He invites Grandpa to finish the photo shoot that was left incomplete back then. After the shoot wraps up, Grandpa takes the initiative to kiss him, and finally lets go of the long-standing psychological knot he's had about toy soldiers.